Before today's episode, I wish to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nations, and recognise their continued connection to the beautiful land and sea. I'd also like to pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging, and I extend this acknowledgement to the traditional owners of the land my listeners are on. Welcome to Ritual the Podcast, your cottage in the woods. A sacred space for the witches, the healers, the magical folk to meet and speak of wisdom, witchery, and old world magic, where people come to learn, to hear stories, to share secrets, and to be free to be their true selves. Welcome to Ritual.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Ritual. My name is Amy Harvey, and I will be your host once again for today, but with a special guest.
Hello, my name is Samantha Weston, and
Is that it?
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Where's the creativity?
it left
Where is she from? Why is she here?
Boston, Massachusetts.
I want to go there.
And I own a celery shop.
A celery shop? Like the
Celery, we
vegetable?
sell celery soap, celery juice, celery snacks, celery sandwiches, celery butter,
Sandwiches.
celery
It sounds like a
sandwiches.
What are they called? A warm-up thing.
A warm-up.
A warm-up.
A who?
Anyway, we should probably begin.
A warm-up?
A warm-up, like when you warm up, like, you know, when you do tip of the tongue, teeth, the lips.
Yeah, right. Celery sandwiches selling swiftly in the summer.
Anyway.
Okay.
And we're back.
We are.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How is everybody going? That's
good to hear. Good.
That
wonderful. Very good. Yes. Very good.
We are back here, obviously. And that's good.
It is good. We're back this week, and Amy has asked me to be a guest on this.
Yeah.
Because we struggle to get people to the house after 7.
No, we don't
no, we
want
don't. We don't want
to
house after 7. But no, we're here for another story episode.
Yeah, but this one's special because
it's so awesome.
The day this comes out, it will be December 1st. Cue Christmas music.
That's incredible.
Also,
it's incredible that just happened.
If you're a parent, today is the day your elves are arriving. Ours are.
They sure are.
Jolly.
Holly and Jolly.
Up for another 24 days of fabulous fun.
Of madness and late night antics.
I'm excited.
We're very excited.
So today, right now.
This evening?
We are going...
On this date?
Should we say that? How are you?
I mean, I'm all right. Well, it being the 1st of December.
I'm very tired, everyone. So you'll have to bear with me. I'm not going to make sense.
No, you know, do you know what's funny? Because I thought the 1st of December was weeks away. It's actually not.
No, it's not.
I am well. Yeah. I am really looking forward to end of the year break. I say break. I know people, and I think I said this last time. You don't have a baby. I know.
It's a different kind
but it's different. I'm looking forward to, you know, just having the day to do what I need to do around the house with my family, and just potter. Yes, if I have the time to potter, and just be.
Yeah.
You know,
totally. Be in the summer bubble.
And you know, you said where is the creativity? I
done.
I'm wiped. I'm so wiped from this year.
Yep.
And I'm really looking forward to just getting up every 2 hours to help feed a baby. I am.
Yeah.
That is the idea of that is bliss, because that means the next day, you know, we don't have to do anything. We can do whatever we want.
Totally.
I'm excited. How are you, more to the point, my love?
How
are you feeling Tell everyone.
There's not enough time to talk about all my feelings. I am 35 weeks pregnant right now. 100% done and over it. I'm really tired. I'm at that point where your body goes, hey, you know that sleep thing. You don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm really tired. I feel like I'm about to explode. And but otherwise I'm good.
I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you. No, I am good.
I think you're doing a great job. I think you are being fantastic. And as much as you think you don't, you look incredible.
Thank you.
You really, really were it well.
Thank you.
And I'm proud of you.
Well,
I think you're doing a great job.
That. I appreciate that. And I'm like you, it's the end of the year. Everyone's a bit tired. And it's like the most hectic time of the year is what. Did you hear that moaning in the background? That's that's Norman.
Norman.
He's also extremely tired. He's our dog, if you don't know who that is.
He's on the ground just staring at us there.
He's a 7-year-old golden retriever. He's perfection, but he is also the saddest dog you'll ever meet.
He is sad, but he is the most deliciously beautiful, attractive dog you've ever met.
He doesn't like it when you don't give him attention, which is why he's doing that. He's offended.
Audrey's our 3-year-old golden retriever.
Yeah.
And she is half the size, twice the personality of Norman. But
when we say twice the personality, we mean that she has 2 different personalities. She is literally insane.
Yeah.
She's got issues. We love her, but she has multiple personalities. One of them is a beautiful, terrified of everything dog.
It's so beautiful.
The other one
sweet.
wants to murder you in your sleep.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know which. What? What do you want? He's getting angry now.
Sounds like a cow.
What? You're interrupting.
We apologize.
Anyway,
that perfection has interrupted this podcast.
This podcast is proudly brought to you by Norman and all his feelings.
And Audrey, but Audrey is that's Norman. Yes. Audrey is incredible. She's what we call our special family member. She's our special friend.
Feelings.
And we need to respect her special feelings because
all right.
Okay. We should either talk about Norman more or just get off the subject of the dogs.
Anyway, let's go back to why we're really here, which is we're doing a story episode. And this one, we wanted to get into the Christmas spirit.
That's right.
And because I find that this year is very hectic and people are often quite stressed. And I personally love Christmas time. It is my most favorite time of the year. In a past life, I was an elf. I love everything about it. So to spread some Christmas cheer, we will be talking about Christmas miracles. Yes, real life Christmas miracles. Just some like feel good. That's a nice story. Put you in a good mood kind of thing.
Just real nice vibes.
Just all the nice vibes.
And I think I'll just correct what you said before, because you said, this year it's very stressful, but I think you meant this time of year.
Did I say that? Yeah. I meant this time of year.
This time of year. It is.
I prefer not to say all the words. I would like you to fill in the gaps and make your own sentence from now on.
Just make it up.
That's what I meant. This time of year is always hectic, which is funny because this is usually the time when everyone's the most tired.
I think like people go, end of the year, winding down. I know, let's throw in some last minute Christmas shopping. Spend all your money on
party
turkeys and things, and then like get really stressed just so that you can have a really
fun Christmas.
Yeah. I think it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we have a really good excuse this year.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere. We're just gonna be at home and eat food and snuggle with babies.
It's gonna be
and small children.
Our own, of course.
Our own children.
Yeah, we need them.
Anyway,
make sure you say that. But it's gonna be it's going to be really great. And there is no expectation of us to be or do or be or
We're going to be so
anywhere.
antisocial.
I can't.
I'm really excited about it.
I
It's my
can't
dream.
wait, pal.
My dream has come true.
Yeah, Amy is a very much what is it?
An extroverted
Extroverted.
introvert.
I was going to say an introverted introvert.
Nope.
An extroverted introvert.
Yeah.
Very much so. And I am not. I'm an extrovert, but I'm just a wee
You're
bit
channeling
tired.
those vibes, so
I'm just a wee bit exhausted.
So I've got 3 stories to tell.
Cheers.
They're not like super long, but they touch the heart. So do you have some?
I have a couple, very short.
Should we take turns then?
Aye.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. First story. We are going to be talking about a little girl called Helen, who is 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So Helen lives in Washington in the United States.
Yes.
And loves Christmas time, as all 5-year-olds do. Now, her mother had an honest conversation with her.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that they were in a bit of a tricky position this year, and they didn't think that they could really afford to do Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And whilst they wanted to get her all the things that she wanted, they just weren't in a position to do that. And Helen was understanding, as a 5-year-old would be. And so what she did is she wrote a letter to Santa,
Mm-hmm.
as you do. But she actually sent it to him in a balloon, like a helium balloon.
Mm-hmm.
And then she let the balloon go and was like, this is going to the North Pole.
Mm-hmm.
So that balloon.
Did she check the wind direction, or did she just?
She just knows. It's just the magic of Christmas. So that balloon actually did go on a journey. It traveled 700 miles to California.
Oh, wow.
And it was found by a lady called Julie Sanders. Now, she got the balloon, it was popped open, and they found this letter inside, her and her little boy.
Oh.
And they read it, but it was actually in Spanish. So they couldn't understand what she had written. So obviously Helen's family are Spanish. They live in Washington, but they speak Spanish. So anyway, so they actually went and got it translated because they wanted to find out what the letter said. So when they read it, they found that it was a little girl.
In fairness, though, if a 5-year-old wrote it, you'd need it translated anyway.
You would. They found out that it was about a little girl called Helen, and she knew that her family couldn't afford Christmas this year. So she wanted to ask Santa if he could please get her a doll, some pants, and some new boots, which is adorable. That alone is so cute, because I know my kids would not write that.
They just no.
Maybe the doll, but it'd be doll. And a slide and a boat and 14 dogs.
And a person to cook for you 24/7.
So anyway, Julie was really touched by this, and so she actually went and investigated. She wanted to find out who this little girl was. Her name was Helen Reyes, I think you would say, Helen Reyes.
Mm-hmm.
And so she went investigating, and you have to remember, she's in California, Helen is in Washington, but she actually found the family. And she spoke to Helen's mother, and she told Julie that she had been injured, so she was unable to work, and the dad had really struggled that year to find work as well. So they were in a real financial crisis. They couldn't afford it. They really wanted to make Christmas special for their kids, but they just couldn't do it. And so Julie, because she read her letter and was she's asking for such basic things, she was really touched by it. So she went out and she bought Helen all these new outfits, all these new toys, and she dressed them from Santa and sent them all to her house and made sure that they arrived, so that when Helen woke up on Christmas Day, they were all under the tree waiting for her. Are you crying? Isn't that so nice?
That's adorable.
I
Could you
know.
imagine?
She would have been so
Oh.
excited. No.
And see, next year she goes, right,
This
I'm going in for the
year.
kill.
Isn't that so lovely?
Oh my God.
It just shows like this lady had no connection with her whatsoever, just a random thing she found. The fact that that balloon even made it there is
Yeah.
crazy on its own. But that
'Cause
she
it
went out of
could-
her way to translate it, track her down,
Mm.
and then send her something
I
just
could- yeah.
because.
It could have ended up in the ditch or at sea
Yeah,
or
I know.
anything. And it
Like
didn't.
Washington's literally on the other side of the country.
Mm.
Isn't
Oh,
that
that's lovely.
crazy? I know. Yeah. So there you go. Number 1.
That is a real Christmas miracle.
It is.
All right.
Here we go.
Excusez-moi. I must read off my phone.
What are you reading? What are you drinking tonight, by the way?
Hey, well, I have got water.
Mm-hmm.
I've also got Irish whiskey.
Nice.
Bushmills, Black Bush.
Not sponsored. Maybe one day.
Not sponsored. So this is the story of the Hatbox Baby.
That sounds like it could be a ghost story.
It does, but it's definitely not. It's a
'Cause
Christmas
there's a
miracle.
ghost in the haunted mansion called the Hatbox Ghost. Anyway,
In the what?
in the haunted mansion.
Is there?
Yeah,
Well, this is the Hatbox Baby, and it's a Christmas miracle.
a Christmas miracle.
So in 1931,
Ooh.
cast your minds back and
It
think
was
about
a
where
good
you
year.
were in 1931. Ed and Julia Stewart were driving home on Christmas Eve through the Arizona desert,
Whoa.
which, as we know, is quite hot. And they got a flat tire. So while Ed changed the tire, Mrs. Stewart wandered off for a bit. I mean,
Where was she going?
imagine just probably going for a wee.
In the middle of the desert at
off
night time.
for a wee smoke.
Hello, serial killers.
I don't know, but we don't know where she went. She was just going for a wee stroll.
Yeah.
Anyway, she came across this old hat box, and inside it was an abandoned but healthy newborn baby girl.
Oh,
I know.
that's really
I
sad.
know. Now this was outside of a place called Superior in Arizona, just a few miles. It was a really, really small town, and it was only populated by Ed and Julia, and
There's literally only 2 people in the town.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. It was a really small town. No, there was more people there. It was just a really small town. Even today, there's like literally nothing surrounding the town but just a really depressing looking wasteland. So, just think of like the odds that it took for this baby to be abandoned there, for those 2 people to be there, for her to go for a walk, for a quick smoke, and to find this baby. What happened was they then took the baby to the authorities so that she could be legally adopted. And 17 couples applied to adopt the baby. Only 2 of them managed to show up because of weather conditions and things like that, or they're obviously coming from across the country.
Yeah.
And the judge granted custody to one couple who named her Sharon. Sharon Elliott, but she never met her biological parents. But because of her adopted parents, she was able to excel really well in school, and she ended up in the aerospace industry.
Whoa.
Which, considering she was raised in the 30s, was pretty incredible in itself. And she went on to work in the aerospace industry.
Wow.
Isn't that really cool?
That's amazing.
Like, what are the odds?
She's lucky. I mean, the fact that they dumped her there is
That's
horrible.
Madness. I mean, the fact that they said that she never met her parents, good.
Oh, you wouldn't want to, would you?
No.
But that's so, like, it's so lucky that they found her, and it's so lucky that she found a family that like cared about her. And because you know how you hear like all these horror stories about adopted families and whatever, like she found someone who gave her what she deserved. That's really nice.
Thanks.
Good on you, Shaz.
Good on you, Shazza Elliott. Shazza Elliott. Good on you.
Okay, you'll like this one. I'm hoping one of these make you cry. Patty gets very emotional with old people and animals. So I've got a couple of them.
And this is about an old person who owns a dog.
This is actually an elderly couple. So we've got 2 chances here.
Okay.
So this is a story about Laura Rice.
Mhm.
She was an elderly lady who was in a coma and she was relying on life support to literally keep her alive. She had been unconscious for months and the doctors didn't think that she would ever wake up again. So it was now nearly the beginning of December. So we're at late November, and her husband, Michael, decided he was going to go home, and he put all their Christmas lights all over the house because he said Christmas was her favorite time of year. And he knew that it would be special for her, and he was going to keep the lights going until she woke up because he just had that belief that she was going to wake up. And so every day he would have the lights on, he would sit by her side, wouldn't move, and he would just wait. And so he waited every single day, and then finally Christmas Day arrived. And as he walked in and sat down, Laura opened her eyes, and the first thing she said was, "I want to see the Christmas lights."
It's really good. It's
Isn't
really
that
good.
so
So she
beautiful?
knew.
She knew. She'd obviously been listening to him.
It's great.
I know. No tears?
No,
Damn it.
not yet. But you could have got me there now. Something tripped inside my brain whenever you said it, and the line was really good and it was really well delivered.
Oh, thank you. That's
Okay.
drama school for you.
Lee Strasberg.
Yeah.
Okay, so get this one. This is about doggies.
Oh, my last one's about doggies too.
A doggy. It better not be the same one. Okay. In April 2006.
Hold on.
Aurora, Colorado?
Oh, no, it's different.
Named a woman named Vonda Lundstrom suffered the most heartbreaking situation not involving a wood chipper that any dog lover could endure. Her pet rat terrier.
What happened?
I'm reading someone else's words. Suffered the most heartbreaking situation not involving a wood chipper.
What?
That any dog lover
That's
could
the most
endure.
random thing to say. What
Sure
happened with the wood chipper?
I don't know. And the dog. Anyway, the dog Daisy,
Oh,
little terrier, ran away and didn't come back for months. Now, during that time, Vonda searched everywhere for this dog and could not find her, which she was obviously devastated about.
Yeah.
And obviously finally she came to the conclusion that she wasn't coming home.
Yeah.
So 7 months had passed.
Oh, that would have been terrible.
And Vonda gets a call from a person in Knoxville, Tennessee, which is 1,300 miles away.
Whoa.
Who said that she'd found a stray dog wandering down the street.
What?
Outside of her house, and it just happened to be a female terrier. She got Vonda's contact info after calling the number on the dog's tags and getting the dog's vet in Colorado, which then confirmed that she belonged to Vonda. And she found the dog on Christmas.
Oh, Daisy, why did you walk so far?
Isn't that awesome? So sorry, it says, this is what I'm reading. It says, here's why this story points to Daisy actually being the canine Jesus. Other than her being found on Christmas, there's a whole business of being in Knoxville, which is 1,300 miles away from Aurora.
Yeah.
And that's more than 1/3 the length of the continental United States, across numerous states full of wild animals, deranged hill folk, and swarms of drugged out meth heads. And that's just Kentucky. No one knows how she managed to survive that journey, but we're betting all those hardships paled in comparison to returning home only to discover that Vonda has replaced Daisy with a new terrier named Elsie. Now, we can't confirm that Elsie actually does exist, but Jesus.
Oh my God.
Imagine that. Imagine that dog.
That story's not like Jesus at all.
No, it's not. But can you imagine like 1,300 miles? So Belfast to Dublin is 101 miles, right?
What was she doing?
1,300 miles.
Bloody hell. Good on
And
her.
a terrier as well.
They're
like,
so
it's not like a
little.
giant dog.
She would have seen some things.
She would have been through some. I imagine those nights in
What
the
did she
forest.
eat?
It's like
Because
Norman
little.
going oh, in the middle of a field.
Norman would not survive. He probably survived about 10 minutes after leaving our house. Oh, look at that, a truck. Boom.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, our dogs, I try and pull them off the road when cars come and they jump back on it.
Yeah. That's impressive.
I don't know if they do too well. It's pretty good, isn't it?
Good on you, Daisy.
Good on you, Daisy, and you, Vonda,
I mean,
and you, Lady.
Well, not really, Vonda.
She looked.
Where was the faith?
She searched high and low.
It's like a war story, you know, where they like think their husband's dead, so they remarry, and then he comes home, and you're like, ah.
Do you think you would remarry?
Bless you. Bless you.
I gotta pre-bless you.
I mean, how much like confirmation do we have on your death?
Okay, so I'm off in war.
You're at war.
I'm off in. I'm in war. I'm at war. I'm off to war. It's been. I've been away for 6 months.
Yep.
Writing you letters every day.
Every week. I wrote to you.
I wrote every day for a year, and then after 6 months, it goes quiet.
Find out there was a bomb,
and then a year passes.
But do we know you're dead? Do they think that?
No, you just haven't heard from me in a year. And there's like these reports that
a bomb went off with your battalion.
That I was sent out, and they were like, there was an airstrike. We haven't heard from him since. Presumed dead.
Do we like each other?
It's been 12 months. Sorry, do we like each other?
Yeah.
No, do we? Right now?
Well, you're not at war, are you? This is other Amy and Patty.
Yeah, it's us. And then I just bugger off to war and I go back in a minute.
I'd probably give you what's the acceptable mourning period?
That's the question, yeah.
Maybe I give you a year. No, yeah, I'll give you a year.
You know, some people would wait 5 years.
It depends on who comes along. You know? Like,
we got another story to read?
Like, if it's just some whatever, no. I'm like, I'll wait.
You said your piece.
But if it's like Captain America, like, I'm sorry, but
he's not a real person.
He's a soldier. He's been at war.
All right.
And he made it back.
I want to hear your other story.
Anyway. Okay, my final story. These are very quick tonight, aren't they?
After that last, yeah, it'll be even quicker.
Well, what if I was at war and I died?
2 months.
Well, there you go.
Story.
Okay.
No. I would wait.
Anyway.
Just like the song. I would wait.
Let's not do that.
Forever.
Okay, that's 8 months now. He just lost a few months. The year is 1999. And this story is about Jim Gravens. He's 91.
Gravens
is his name. He's 91 and he is super sick. Probably going to die very soon, but completely miserable in his house. He's just stuck in his house.
Super sick
on his deathbed. Probably going to die.
You could say he's at Gravens.
He's
Graven's door.
I reckon you could do better.
You could say he's got one foot in the Gravens. You like that one?
It was better than the other one.
Yeah.
I thought I wrote Eeyore, but it actually says everyone. Like Eeyore came on.
You said he was depressed.
Yes, well, he's sad. He's in this house by himself, and
Right.
he's super depressed and
Yep.
feels sick and miserable.
Mm-hmm.
So it was coming up to Christmas time, obviously, because these are all Christmas stories.
Right.
And everyone in the family gathered together into his house to help out, cook, clean, be together, because they all thought this is probably going to be his last Christmas.
Because pretty soon he's going to be in the Gravens.
Exactly. So
And the Gravens yard.
Everyone felt like the house was really dark, as in like everyone was kind of in this really somber mood.
As you would be.
As you would be, like tiptoeing around. Everyone's a bit down. And then cut to Christmas Eve. All of a sudden, this black dog walked into the house.
Mm-hmm.
And he went over, and Jim was near the fire, and he sat down next to him as though he'd always lived there.
Right.
And everyone was like, what is this dog?
Mm-hmm.
Where did he come from?
Mm-hmm.
No one knew. He literally just walked through the door. And so he followed Jim everywhere. They went for walks together every day. He played out the back with him. They sat by the fire. He literally just like sat with him the whole time. And he brought Jim so much happiness. And everyone noticed that he was like a completely different person, really happy, really like energized again. He had that spark. He loved like waking up in the morning and going and spending time with this dog. And everyone was like, who, like, surely this dog
belongs to somebody.
Yeah. Like, where has it come from? So they called, like, the vets are in the area. They called dog shelters. They called the radio station, and the radio put out, has anybody lost? It was a black Labrador. Has anybody lost it? No one wrote in. No one said anything. It was just this like mystery dog. And so Jim said he had the best Christmas ever, because he'd always wanted a dog and he'd never owned one. And this was like the most special thing ever for him. So he just had the best Christmas and he was so happy. And he said all he wants to do is he just wants to see the new year and everything will be complete. And so cut to January 2nd. Everyone woke and Jim had died in the night, and the dog was gone. He was gone.
Do you think it was like the angel of death?
Maybe. What an adorable angel.
Do you think it was? It was like, I've come to take you away.
Maybe.
But before you go, I'm gonna give you a wee bit of joy.
A bit of a boost. Dogs are like that though.
Even dogs of death.
Even the death dogs.
That's really nice.
I know.
I couldn't help thinking through that whole thing that he would call the dog Diggin. Diggin Gravens.
No. I'm a bit disappointed you're not crying. I thought one of them would have got you.
All right, here, get this one. This is a story about a man called, okay, so these two people, let's call him Al. It's Alcides.
Alci what?
Alcides and Edgar Moreno. They were working as window washers in New York City in 2007.
Stories are based in America.
When that's where all the miracles happen. And when their scaffolding that they were on, and when the washers obviously
what
on
a
scaffolding,
scary job.
Oh, I know.
No, thank you.
There's a guy on TikTok that does the videos of it. First of all, it would be like, no offense to anyone who does it, I just feel like I just feel like it would be boring. Plus, on top of that,
it's not boring because you are literally about
hanging
to die
above the city.
Yeah.
I could. Anyway, so the scaffolding collapsed, and they were 47 floors up.
Wow. You're gonna die.
And they were brothers. They both fell into an alleyway.
Oh my God.
Edgar was killed instantly. But
sorry.
Alcides, do we say? not only survived the fall, but was already sitting up when the paramedics arrived.
What?
And
How did he not
after,
get squished?
I maybe used his brother as a cushion. After he was
Ooh.
brought to the hospital, doctors had to perform surgery on like pretty much every part of his body. And over the next 18 days, he slipped into a coma and underwent 9 complex surgeries during which he had gallons of blood and plasma pumped into him. So obviously you're thinking at the time, they're probably going to be just wasting time here. Like obviously he's gonna like, the big fall.
Yeah.
He's in and out of consciousness, or he's in a coma. He's busted up pretty badly. So anyway, Christmas Day comes around and he just wakes up. And no one's really sure how he survived the accident. And like nobody can work out how he was able to do it. Like there was like scientists and everything like looking at it and just like going, it's just an absolute
an anomaly,
miracle. And you would think like, so they're saying
Christmas miracle,
a Christmas miracle, 500 feet.
Oh my God.
Falling to the ground. And it says here, not only did he learn to walk again, but in the past year, he completed a 3-mile walk for charity in just under an hour.
Oh, well, don't we all feel like underachievers now?
I definitely do. But
wow, how could you survive something like that?
There's people that have
sorry, did you say he had broken bones? Like,
yes, he was smashed up. But
yeah.
you could, there's stories about people that have jumped out of airplanes and not had parachutes.
Yeah.
And landed.
There's just got to be somebody watching you. Like you just, there has to be some reason.
Maybe he fell in the exact right spot and position
to not,
and it was himself. A 1 in 400 trillion bajillion
maybe
like chance that he could have fallen in that one spot. No, whenever they go, geez, that guy got stabbed, and if I had just been a half a centimeter to the left, he would have been dead.
That's a pretty high up.
It's very high up. Maybe he could have bounced off walls on the way down, or
like did he get caught in the ropes, or
yeah, maybe.
That's crazy. Good on him.
Christmas miracle.
Christmas miracles. Wow.
So that's all my stories.
That's all my stories as well.
Well, there you go, Amy.
There you go.
I think we could do another one before Christmas.
Well, we're doing one about Letha.
Oh no, I know. I mean Christmas miracles.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not prepared.
Because they're nice. They feel good.
They are nice. And it's amazing that there are so many stories around this time where things do happen. Like I definitely think it's like with a Sabbath, how the energy is always raised and it's like more of a magical time. I definitely think the same about Christmas. And even though, like I said, people are stressed, there is this kind of magic about Christmas time. Yeah. And I think maybe you do hear so many stories like this where everything just happened to work out, and it always just happens to work out on Christmas. It's like the universe knows today is super magical, so let's help everybody out. And
yeah, yeah, maybe. I thought maybe that is, there's something to be in, and then there's something in that.
I think so.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah,
like in that that documentary where the prime minister falls in love, and then
the
film where she's like, oh, my husband's having an affair. Like all these miracles happen.
Yes, that is a documentary.
And this guy kind of gets off his chest that he loves Keira Knightley, and then
but he only tells her through the big post-it notes things.
Yeah, like really good. Yes. And amazing that the camera crew had all that knew access where to be,
and that these things happened.
Yeah, and
because love actually is all around.
Yeah, and who knew that? Mr. Bean worked at a shop.
Oh yeah, so annoying.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I know.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe I am right.
And then that other documentary where the guy is in a building and there's an evil man, Hans Gruber, and he's trying to get out, and then he goes, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!" And
What's
then
that?
he defeats the baddies.
Is that Die Hard? I haven't seen
It's a
that.
documentary. So yeah, and
I did see a good documentary about how Santa was made. He actually fell off a roof. Yeah, but luckily Tim Allen
Buzz
was there.
Lightyear was there, yeah. Santa was made.
How it is made. Rumor has it though he's looking to check out, but I haven't finished the series yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, there's a 4-part doco series that's just been released.
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Not sponsored, but hopefully.
Not sponsored, but Mr. Disney, if you're listening. His head's not. Anyway, look, it's been an absolute pleasure yet again.
Oh, before I go, I have something to say. Because it is nearly the end of the year, I've actually made something to help you go into next year in the most magical way possible.
Okay.
So I love New Year's. I know a lot of people don't, and that's fine. But I do love New Year's, and I love that it's like a complete fresh start. There's a whole year ahead of you where it's just infinite possibilities, and the year that has gone is gone, and you can say goodbye to it. And I have all these magical things that I do, and I often do with you as well.
Yeah.
So I decided to make I guess, what would you call it? Like a short course, mini course kind of thing, all about what I do for New Year's magic. And basically it's just made up of a whole variety of things that will get you in this really positive mindset. So you do things like how to do a vision board, how to do journal writing to get your goals clear and precise for the new year, some spells, some rituals, all the things. And I have put that together, and I will be releasing that hopefully this week for you guys to enjoy.
Yes.
And I actually really enjoyed making it because it reminded me of what I like to do. Because I basically have forgotten everything in life at the moment. So I remembered what I like to do, but it's just like, it makes me feel so happy every time I do it. And like even the tarot card, we do the tarot read together on New Year's Eve. And it's always so interesting, and it's fun to like look back as well at what you got last year and see what came to fruition, what actually happened, and how it worked out. And I think
that's a really good one to look back and go, ooh.
Like I remember one year I pulled the Tower card, and that was for mental health for that year. If you don't know, in tarot, the Tower card is basically like, it's not a good card. It's basically like chaotic change. Like something's going to come along and really shake things up.
It's not like someone's going to die.
It's just going to make you feel slightly uncomfortable.
It's going to take you to comfort.
But can range to the 1 out of 10. Whatever. Anyway, that year was when COVID hit. So
Amy knew that was going to happen, and she didn't even tell anyone.
And then the following year I got it again, and then we got another year of lockdown.
Yay.
So the cards don't lie. But anyway, it's just good to have them because you can look back and go, I can see how that card like made sense, and I can see where that fit in. And anyway, so that will be coming out hopefully this week, and I'm really excited about it. I really hope that it brings you guys extra magic for the new year and just gives you something fun to do for yourself. I think more than anything, it gives you a reason to reflect and plan and dream big and give yourself time for all those things, because often we don't do that at this time of year. It's always about other people, but this is about you.
Sorry,
You're right.
Sorry. And also, people tend to just kind of go, "Oh yeah, another year." That's just
Totally.
like,
and it shouldn't be. It's exciting.
Yeah, and also it's a fresh start and it's a clean slate and
it's an opportunity to dream big and
it's not the same January, it's not the same February, it's a new one. And you might turn around even little things and go, oh, I didn't say I really wish I had have utilized the nice weather and gone outside more during the summer, because by the time of the end of summer came, I was so tired because I wasn't, going out into the open and all that kind of stuff, or whatever, looking after myself really well. So when you go into autumn, you feel good as well.
Exactly.
And
it's got things like making those big goals. So maybe you want to travel to this country or buy a house or whatever, but then it has all the little goals as well, which are just as important. So maybe you want to read 10 books or watch that movie or, visit this park or whatever. It just like helps you like think about all those little things and keeps you kind of accountable as well. So you can write it down and all through the year you can look back and go, that's right, that's what I wanted. That's where I was at the beginning of the year. So what can I do to get myself back there?
Right. Yeah. And I must say, as someone who has seen the video element of the course, it's great. It's got a lot of information in it. And it's got stuff that maybe, you might go, oh, yeah, I suppose I probably would have known to do that, like write goals down. But when it's laid out the way it's laid out and the reason behind it and how to sort of, it sort of makes you, yeah, I can do that. And then also they're all connected. So, thinking about sort of what you did well, what you didn't do well, letting go of that, and then moving into the new year, what we can do to prep ourselves for the new year, and then all the things that follow, i.e. vision boards, tarot,
and
rituals.
Also, if you have had a shitty year, it's important to let that go and to not hold on to any guilt or frustration or anger or whatever and carry that on into the new year, because nobody needs that. You don't need that.
Nobody needs that kind of negativity.
So yes, that will be hopefully coming out this week. I say hopefully because I'm just waiting for the video to be edited and I'm looking at the person doing that, and he will do that for me this week.
I will.
But also I will just say as well, as a special thank you to all my Patreons, you'll be getting it for free because I love you and I want to say thank you for all your support. So if you're a Patreon, there you go. Fun times.
And I'm dubbing over a Japanese Netflix film.
Cool.
And as a special for all you guys out there, you can watch it on Netflix. So
yeah, there you go.
You just need a subscription to Netflix, and then that's it.
Wow.
So then you can hear me play 4 different people in a Japanese film.
There you go. Thank you for that.
It was lovely to meet you, Amy. And thanks for having me on the show.
Here.
Yeah, a bit of a awkward end there. I thought you made that a bit awkward.
I mean, with an offer like that, I was just left speechless,
Netflix. And
not sponsored. That could be.
Not sponsored.
Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to find me, you can find me in all the usual places like Instagram and
hiding in your bin.
Yeah, sometimes.
Gets cold.
I just want to know, like, what are you doing?
What are you doing in there? Where are you? You're in Instagram. You're inside that. At
big on TikTok now.
You're big on TikTok.
Yeah, I love the good old TikTok.
Big on TikTok.
I don't know. All the places.
And YouTube and Facebook.
All under Rosestone Cottage.
And no Twitter.
No, I'm not on Twitter.
And then Patreon.
Oh yes, and Patreon.
And
Patty's also on some of those places too, but he's not really a social media person.
I do other people's social media. I don't do my own. But I do post randomly.
He actually really does.
Very, very
randomly. As in the things he posts are really random.
I'm yet to post the videos of my ducks. Not my ducks.
Yeah.
They belong to the world, but
Patty has a thing. I don't know if we've talked about that before, but you have a weird spiritual connection with ducks.
I love ducks, and I
He
always
does.
come across ducks when they
He
need help.
always saves them. I
And-
needed you today. A mum was trying to walk out on a main road with her little babies. Idiot. Why do they do that?
I stop traffic hazard lights, start directing people.
He actually does.
Or I'm just late to things because I'm
They're
waiting
so
for them to
cute.
cross the road. I know. They're a wee bit silly. Like
They're so silly.
like,
Why do they do that?
the mummy the other week was sitting with 7 of her ducklings under her in the middle of the road, and the dad was just kind of hanging out in the street.
Typical.
He's probably going, "Would you hurry up?" And I kind of got out of the car and went, "You need to move. This isn't the place for you." And ushered them off
so
the road.
Cute. Poor things. They'd just be
know.
like, "What the hell?"
She's like, "I'm just trying to have a rest."
These kids have been at me all day.
Just quacking away.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a really great start of December. I hope your elves they behave and put that tree up. Ours has been up for 3 weeks.
Ours has been up
yours
for
should also be up now.
3 weeks.
Get it up. Lights on.
Yeah, I think that this outro has been longer than the episode.
I think so too. We will go now.
Hope you've enjoyed it.
Have a great night or day
Bye
or
now.
afternoon.
See you soon.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Arrivederci.
Goodbye.
Adios.
Have a nice night. I didn't end it.